Caldwell Pope passes to Jackson. Harris a screen on Valanciunas. Harris up top. It's up a three. And another three for Detroit.
There's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Ross for three. That is good. Ross has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Pistons trail by 7. Jackson kicks to Harris. No good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. The dish to Ross. Scola passes to Lowry. They're running. Here's Meeks. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. A different look here for Detroit. Morris is checked in for Harris. Johnson comes in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Thornton in for Jody Meeks. And then for Toronto, Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Joseph. Ross against Thornton. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got 5 rebounds tonight. Carroll with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Ross with a wide open look, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Marcus Thornton on the wing. And it's Thornton again missing.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
So for the Pistons, Moniunas is checked in for Aaron Baines, and Steve Blake is subbed in for Jackson. And Toronto also making a switch. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. That free throw good from Ross.
Terrence Ross showed fantastic development in his second season, but really took a step back last year. All of his shooting percentages were down. He exuded confidence, but still at times just could not buy a basket.
51 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's DeRozan. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Raptors leading by 14. Carroll kicks to DeRozan. Fires the three. no good.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Pass to Morris. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Morris has got his first basket of the night. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Blake dishes to Thornton. Tries it from 9. Toronto grabs the miss.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Deep 2 from Ross. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
Woo-hoo-hoo, Kevin. They're firing on all cylinders. That shot caps a nice run going into the final quarter.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Raptors. They lead by 14. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Raptors leading by 14. So for Toronto right now, Damari Carroll is out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Joseph in at point guard. It's DeRozan with the drive. And he gets it to go. DeRozan's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Raptors.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor. Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Caldwell Pope passes to Moniunas. Count the bucket.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
To the inside, Biyombo kicks to Valanciunas. Now the feed to Carroll. Now here's Joseph. Not a lot of room. Blake with the steal. And now the Pistons fast break. Blake with the ball. And it's blocked by DeRozan. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Detroit. Jackson comes in for Steve Blake. Raptors also changing it up. Scola comes in for Biyombo. And it's Lowry in for Joseph. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
He just continues to light them up. They're gonna have to find a way to make him work harder for his points.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Knocked loose. Meeks with the steal. The drive by Jackson. Offensive rebound.
Raptors foul call. Jonas Valanciunas. That's his second personal foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Toronto.
Free throws.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
And the first one drops.
And Commissioner Silver taking a bold stance on sports betting. I mean, going in the last season, he wrote that op-ed piece saying that it needs to be legalized federally and basically brought into the light of day.
And for Commissioner Silver arguing for legalized sports betting, that's a major reversal from what most sports commissioners Clark had said in the past.
Yeah, you know, I like his open-mindedness, not just about that issue, but a number of issues that confront the league. And, you know, he's right in regards to the gambling. With the internet, people are making these bets anyway, so it makes sense for the league to take a look at it.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Monty Eunice is checked in for Detroit.
For the Pistons, back on the floor. Donatas Motiejunas.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. 5 on the clock. Carroll, no one around him. Wide open shot is on the money. And the Raptors lead by 14.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Outside Jackson. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. He takes it up and lays it in.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Toronto calls timeout.
And guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts in Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
Pistons trail by 14. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Banked in off the glass. Toronto's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And the dunk by Scola.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. It's Jackson with the drive. Caldwell Pope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
The success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
Valanciunas, good.
Valanciunas. Detroit calls timeout.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They trail by 13. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Toronto also making a switch. Terrence Ross is checked in for DeMarre Carroll. Jackson dishes to Thornton. There's a screen by Motiejunas. And a wide open look for Thornton. And it comes off the front of the rim.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Count the buckets.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Raptors.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
Greg, I know exactly what you're referring to. I mean, with this victory, they'll get the edge in the season series by taking 2 of their 3 meetings.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for DeMar DeRozan. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
11 feet out, and he hits it. DeRozan's got 41.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
Shot clock at 6. Marcus Thornton on the wing. Good, and Harris gets the assist. And so here's Toronto. 17 points was their biggest margin. Outside DeRozan. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can